Hello and welcome to episode 3 of this Farmer Fred Let's Play series. Well, have a look. We've already got our first 3 farms and we've got loads more planned out. We don't currently have the capacity really to handle all of those, but we are steadily building out our Farmer Fred empire right now in Lumbridge. We really need this saw pit to get underway before winter. We've got a pretty good stash of fuel right now, so I think I can take this guy off. Let's try and get that built as soon as possible. And we also want to make room for a tannery. So we have this unfortunate hunting camp all the way over here, which is getting us some hides, but it's not, to be honest, it's not ideal. It's already down to only 8, so it's really at limit. But until we can get this flax off the ground, I think we're a little bit limited. So our focus at the moment is to get this tannery so we can at least hit some of these requirements for leather, and then hopefully we can hit the requirement using linen, which is made from flax instead. Our first development point went through to heavy plow, which I think kind of makes the most sense. I think we'll probably end up going either into fertilization or into orchardry so that we can unlock something like this further on. I think fertilization could be really interesting, but we need to get to the point where we have animals coming in first. And maybe we actually need some trade logistics or something along those lines. But I think sheep breeding is kind of like Farmer Fred's bread and butter, isn't it? You know, that's who he is. So I might have to stick to the law and go with that, even if it doesn't make the most sense in the game. But I think sheep breeding, we don't necessarily need rye. I think this is a fertile enough land that we've got here. You know, of course, rye is good, but Emma is also pretty good as well. I don't think we're going to struggle to feed our guys with that. And especially if we go into bakery, if we take these two and this, that's 4 development points. That does give us a little bit of wiggle room if we wanted to go maybe double our berry capacity. Or maybe we want to go orchardry anyway, just for a bit of fun and have some apples. I think I might do that in another region where we have pretty crappy fertility, to be honest. So if we take over this region, then I think maybe that's a good orchardry area. But let's see. We do need food variety at the moment. I think that's the challenge. So we have a lot of berries. For some reason, we have no meat because it's all been used up. So these guys aren't too happy. They're stuck eating berries all the time and they want something else. I'm refusing to use veggie plots in this playthrough just for the time being, and ideally not at all. I think we can manage without them. I wouldn't mind going some chicken coops. You know, there's quite a few chickens in Lumbridge. I think that would actually make quite a bit of sense now I think about it. So maybe we go through that. Of course, this is just a casual playthrough. We're not against Hildebolt. There's no combat in this series. I'm not going for maximum efficiency or anything. I really just wanted to do something that was like super fun and just hopefully fun to watch. And apparently constantly interrupted by the berry seller, who is very keen. This guy, look at him. Toman. Yeah, he is peddling. He's really selling those berries. Anyway, it's winter. It's brave of him to be out selling berries. But we've got no one on the farmhouse because all of this is just slowly growing and we're just leaving it to do its thing. Berries are shrinking, so we're not doing anything with that. And still this sawmill hasn't been built, and it makes me wonder what the hell is going on. And I think we want to move this logging camp again to maybe over here. Or maybe further down here, actually. And clear out some of this space down here. I'm also trying to, I said in the previous episode, but I am trying to create a little bit more of a fun aesthetic. I know I've got some boring line of houses here, but I will try and do something a little bit more exciting. I don't want to go super grid. It's really hard to see stuff when winter's taking hold. The snow is just everywhere, like looking up close at a zebra. Gonna have to wait for this to pass, I think. Come on, guys. You can. Oh, it's paused. That's why. I'm so stupid. I've done that a couple of times, and I really wish that when it's here, there's a big icon that says this thing is under construction, or it's not being built because it's paused. It would make so much sense. Anyway, that's just me blaming the game for my own mistakes. So we've got that windmill ready and built. I think we probably want that ploughing station as well there, but that's a lower prio. So once the logging camp, that's going to get built quite quickly. Once the logging camp is ready, we can assign an ox there and an ox to the saw pit as well. And then we can get the farmhouse built with the plow, heavy plow extension. And ultimately, we want to get more livestock. We need to start getting some regional wealth in. Need to think of how we're going to do that. But we'll find a way, you know. We can just sell a bunch of our bread. I'm sure there'll be some traders coming in. And now I have to ask myself, even though I spoke about it constantly, did I build a tannery or not? Because for the life of me, I cannot remember. I'm guessing I didn't. Another thing I'd love to see, actually, is just be able to just see a list of all the buildings that you have. You know, for example, if I go here and I want to find a tannery, I can just, you know, right-click or something, and it shows me the tannery that I have built, if I have built one. I think that would be really cool. I don't have this policy unlocked. We could use more houses, and let's have their working area defined. How about you guys go more down there so they can have more of the immediate area. I wonder if we can build some. I was thinking of having a church in this area actually, but maybe we build it. Well, the manor is going to go over here, I think. That could be quite cool. But we definitely need some more houses. So let's build a couple of houses here. Yeah, not every house needs a backyard extension either, by the way. I know I build them all with the opportunity, but they don't always need it. I think it's better to build a house at least with this extension, living extension. Doesn't need to be a backyard extension. So I think for now, these 2 extra houses would be super handy. Maybe we start building some, you know, like really fancy houses. Maybe we have some, you know, manors where these guys just have huge back gardens and they're just showing off to everyone. So hopefully we can get more planks in. Let's just change that. So that addition has been built. While we pause, let's play. I want to play. Let's speed this up now. And we don't want those two useless people on the forager hut while there's nothing really to do. So since we're definitely not making any leather, I mean, one of the next steps will be, of course, to go for the church, and for that we need planks. I do want to gather these stones and just get rid of them so that area is nice and clean. But for now, again, I've totally forgotten what I was going to build. Tannery, there we go. We've got a storehouse here. Got a well there. That'd be a good place for the tannery. So, I mean, the storehouse is where all of our leather is. So, let's just build it directly opposite. Or maybe we have a little path leading up to it. Not everything has to live on the actual path itself. Oh, that's backwards. That's backwards. We don't want to do it that way. So let's click and twist. And yeah, let's build it like that. So we do have our little marketplace here. There's not really a lot there right now. Again, don't want to be paused. So I think the logging camp, hopefully, is doing really well. They've got livestock assigned. There's plenty for them to go by here. And don't really want much of a forester's hut. Because we just want to get rid of all these trees, essentially. Apart from this area, I'm going to kind of make this protected wildlife land. So we won't touch that. Maybe we build a bit of a ring around that. So nobody touches that. This area, protected, dedicated space to our lovely wildlife over there. Everywhere else, the trees can get gone. So we have like a gazillion planks now, which is excellent. So you can take someone off the saw pit. We'll keep those guys on there. I think we've probably... Oh, how much do we need for the manor? We need 20 for the manor. 20 for the wooden church. So we've got quite a bit already. Is there a hill around here? Let's have a look as Farmer Fred around our little homestead here. Well, we got bubbly ground over here. That's ominous. Not sure I like that. Let's get away from that. That could be a sinkhole. You need to chase me down. Jeez. Some people don't even know how to say thank you or excuse me. I really do like how you can see stuff in the distance. I think that aspect of the game, like visually, just does look really cool. There are definitely some quirks, obviously, like you just saw the bubbly ground and some of the movement of the people, but I think that's stuff that gets ironed out later on, but absolutely doesn't impact the core gameplay. For me, it's just a bit more, that's really the mechanics, like smaller stuff that affects immersion, I guess. But just being able to look around at this snowy white landscape, all the roofs have snow, they're caked in snow, and this changes with the season. It's so cool. I think this like character design, they'll change that over time and make that a bit more customizable. There's just so much potential with this game. I'm so excited to be like this early and playing. So let's continue. Let's fast forward through winter because Farmer Fred doesn't like winter because he can't do any farming. So should get quite a lot of wheat here. And I mean, if I can get 114 flax, I'm going to be very happy, man. So our tannery has been built. We can have someone doing that. Our houses have also been built. How are we doing for wood? Oh, loads of wood. Yeah. Extend this space. And I was also thinking, yeah, we want some chicken coops, don't we? So maybe we have a house here, which is chicken house, the hen house. Because we want a bit of variety. I know it's not optimal. I know I don't have enough regional wealth to afford it right now, but you know, got to keep the game interesting. So these guys are doing a great job at demolishing nature. I'll just leave them to it. I think we're going to get through all of this timber. We're going to get through all the planks. What we didn't decide is where to build the church, which was the whole reason I did that first-person view before I got too into the immersion aspects. So, we probably want it on a hill somewhere. Probably not interfering with our farmland. You know what? I think what would be cool is we have the church around here somewhere. And we have the manor surrounding it as well. I wonder if that's... I want it to look aesthetically decent. Maybe we do it in this space rather than... Yeah, we can get rid of this. Let's get rid of this stone first. So actually, I can get rid of that path. And is there a path? Yeah. Did like a nice windy path all the way down to the stone. And let's just get rid of, how much is that there? 140, that's going to be gone in an instant. Perfect. Nice. So we'll get rid of that, and then I think we'll build... I think this is quite nice. You just got a whole valley looking downhill. And we can have our church facing down that way. Wow, you can even see mountains in the background. That's really cool, actually. Sorry, that's definitely a B-roll shot that I'm going to use in a video at some point. I just had to do it in the moment. It looked too good. So we'll get this stonecutter camp built. We've got a lot of spare families right now because they're all waiting around ready to pounce as soon as harvest season is upon us. And we don't have much in the way of food options, at least. So we have that hunting camp, which is very kind of lame and passive, to be honest. Once this comes online, we're just going to have so much food. We have so much food. Of course, one thing we don't have yet is a communal oven, which we will need to bake our bread. And you can find that somewhere here. There you go. I always think that icon, somehow I just completely miss it. Ideally, if we funnel a bunch of our bread from here down the road, we have a nice communal oven on this corner. And we're probably going to need another granary, or at least absolutely going to need to upgrade that granary. But I think a nearer granary to what we've got, probably right next door, would be great. And again, things don't have to live on the path. I'm actually just going to have that offset again. No, it looks weird, but I'm just trying something new. I don't know what's actually going to look good or not look good. I think the main thing is that we continue to... I mean, we're building quite a lot of stuff here, so I think I probably need to calm down a little bit. We've got 28 timber. That's going to last us a while. Let's get stuff built. Let's get that stone out. That won't take long. With 3 families working on that. Hard to know what to build here. I think I'm going to need some regional wealth, really. Let's speed this up massively. So here is our intended future chicken coop. So I'll leave that how it is for now. You got some cool fences. I like that these houses they all have variation in what's actually happening in the back garden. Even though they don't have different backyard extensions or anything, they all look unique. This even has a little outhouse for everyone to take a dump in the back garden. So we've got another granary here, which is going to be super useful. And our crop growth is looking pretty good. 54% on that one. 52%. Maybe this is 53. Oh, 54 as well. And also in preparation, we should also build a weaver's workshop. I think because we're going to have a lot of... we're going to have a lot of flax over there. That's going to come to the farmhouse. We're going to want to... And that's going to end up in the granary. Or storehouse, actually. Most likely. So probably want a storehouse over here somewhere. But I think I'll probably keep a weaver's workshop a bit more central. Let's have it over here, and we'll have a little road coming off the back of this. It's so easy to just build stuff on the road and then make a grid. And that's also fine if you want to play like that. I'm just very keen on this playthrough to challenge myself to build differently. Oh, geez, this storehouse is pretty full. Luckily, we've got a gazillion planks left. Yeah, I mean, it has to be upgraded, so... Oh, there's no stone left. We've got it all already. Oh my god, that was so quick. I had no idea. Wow. So how are we doing for meat? Is this just not growing? I think I'm just going to take the person off this hunting camp. It's not working. And we've already got all the leather we're going to get. I mean, these guys are happy for now, but we don't have any food variation. This is a challenging... I think this is a challenging start without having any... without having any food variety. But we will be able to make some bread. We do just need to generate a little bit of regional wealth, which we can get through taxation, I believe, through leveling these up. So how are we doing? Oh, food is... We've only got 6 months worth of food. That can feel a little bit worrisome sometimes. But we have guys over here getting us some berries. And we're about to harvest all of this stuff. So I'm not worried about that at all. Let's try and speed this up a little bit. It's growing. Our little Farmer Fred's empire is growing. Lumbridge is looking pretty lush right now. Okay, that large storehouse is almost done. This crop growth is looking good. We're not quite in summer where things are going to grow a lot quicker yet. I could really use these guys. I'm going to need at least 2 more people on there. Get all of that stuff out so I can remove it. And then we want to build a church. So it's been, I guess, a fairly uneventful episode, actually. I hope you haven't been too bored. I've been trying to build things. This will look better, I think, once it's surrounded by more things. But I've been trying to build things in a slightly different way so it's not so grid looking. We're going to be expanding out our farmland, of course. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're not even on the salt deposits yet. We haven't even got animals in yet. We're going to build a church and a manor. And I think the next couple of episodes, we're probably going to make quite a lot of progress. So I hope you stick around. I hope you're excited at the idea that we're going to turn all of this into farmland. I am keen to not play too quickly, but I also don't want to be so slow that it's boring. So do let me know if you think, do I need to pick up the pace? Is it just about right? Should I slow things down? Let me know in the comments. Please do subscribe. It really does help the channel if you're enjoying it. And I love making this content. So Thank you so much for watching. If you watch to the end, you are amazing. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the next one.